Okay. Hi, I'm Monterey and I live in San Diego.
Great. And what about your experience in San Diego made you want to reach out to us for the interview?
Well, I've lived in San Diego off and on since I was a kid, and I moved around the world, and I always come back here. It's you can't beat the weather, you can't beat the culture, you can't beat the people. So it's a great place to live, and I that's why I'm stuck here.
Delightful. And what are some things specifically about San Diego that you really like?
So I love all the different diverse neighborhoods. I've lived everywhere from North County to South Park and everywhere in between. And each neighborhood has its own unique character. And it's fun getting able to explore all of them at once.
Delightful. On the flip side, what are some things about San Diego that you could live without or maybe wish were different?
Oh, the rent prices. House price, real estate market is insane, but it's kind of worth it to live in such a wonderful place.
Delightful. Would you recommend someone else move to San Diego?
With a lot of prior planning, yeah. Like I said, there's the house prices are insane, rent is very high, and parking is a nightmare. Traffic's bad too. But as long as you're prepared for that and you do some research into where you want to live, because like I said, each neighborhood has its own distinct character. Um, you get, if you want something really kind of villagey and very like beachy, there's La Jolla. If you want something a little more urban, you can get downtown. But every neighborhood has pros and cons. So do your research.
Delightful. You mentioned this earlier. You said you've moved all over the place. Where else have you lived?
I've lived in New York. I've lived in Nashville, Savannah, Georgia, London. I lived in Scotland. I lived in Virginia. I lived in Utah, Colorado, and then Ohio as well, and Pennsylvania.
Wow. So which of those was your biggest move, do you think?
The biggest move was probably from San Diego to New York. The third time I lived there, I moved with 2 weeks' notice. So I just picked up, packed up, and left with 2 weeks. Yeah.
Wow. What about
Yeah.
that experience was positive for you? Would you repeat anything that you did?
Oh, absolutely. I love being able to live in different cities. I mean, I figure why not explore the world? And it's great being exposed to all kinds of different walks of life and ways of living your life. There's a different pace everywhere and different kinds of people and different customs. And it's really exciting to be able to experience all of them.
Great. On the flip side, what about that experience? Was there anything negative about it that you wouldn't do over?
Um, yeah, so as much as San Diego is my de facto hometown, I don't really feel like I have one since I've lived so many different places. I move so often, and I never really got a chance to put down roots. But and because I still ping pong back and forth from San Diego, so it's yeah, I don't have that like childhood home thing, but it's a trade off.
That makes sense. Do you have any advice for people who might be making like a similar cross country move?
Oh, yes. Send your boxes through Greyhound. Don't shipping. Seriously. It's like a third. We'll send your boxes by bus. It's a lot cheaper than using a moving company or renting a big truck. It's about a third of the price. Yeah.
Nice. That's very practical.
Yeah.
Has Best Places helped you at all in all of your various moves?
Yes. So when I one of my moves, I was wondering where I was going to go next because I felt like I had already tapped out where I was at the time, and I wasn't sure at all where I was going to go. I just knew it was somewhere different. So I went on Best Places and I looked up everywhere. I had so many tabs open, it was ridiculous. I got every fact, every figure, every opinion. I read comments about each city, trying to figure out where I was going to go next. And that was when I was in Savannah, Georgia, and I settled on Nashville. So it helped me move to Nashville, and I had a great time there for a year and a half. So it has all the information that I needed to get a real feel for like the vibe of each neighborhood, because it's hard to do so when you're just because I had never been there before. I had never been to Nashville. I never visited Nashville, so it was going sight unseen. And Best Places gave me all the information I needed to feel confident in my move.
Nice. Excellent. That's lovely to hear. We kind of blew through all of my questions. Do you have anything that you want to share before we sign off for the evening?
Um, yeah. So the food scene in San Diego is booming, and there are like amazing restaurants in every neighborhood. Don't go to the chains. Find a nice local spot, and you won't regret it.
Excellent. All right. Well, thank you so much for talking with me today. It was lovely to meet you.
Yeah, same.
Yeah,
Have a
great. Have a great evening. Talk to you
you too.
later. Well, maybe not.
Bye.
But bye.